All right, let's get down to business. To my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolo, Mbolwani, my dear children, this is your queen, Queen Ngningone II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fang people and of the diasporans African, also known as the immortals. My dear children, thank you for coming back to our channel, Nubia, the Path to Return, the home of the African royals. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm your host, Queen Ngningone II. All right, if you like my vibe, please stick around. You will learn something, okay? Now, to my returning beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, welcome back. My dear royals, so before I start, I would like to thank all of you for sharing the videos, liking the videos. You guys are pouring love onto my channel, and thank you so much, okay? So today, if you hear my voice a little funny, I just recovered from a bad cold, so please bear with me if I don't sound quite the same. Okay, so what are we going to talk about, my dear beautiful children? We are going to talk about the Bantu Code of Unity, also known as Ubuntu. All right, previously I posted a video which was really a message from our Queen Mother, also known as Her Excellency, Dr. Arikana. Okay, so what did we get from that video? She shed some light on things that we didn't know or we wouldn't have thought about, but that we are still doing ourselves, right? One thing that really caught my attention is when she talked about how the Caucasians, how they misappropriated the word white to describe themselves. So it's very important that when we hear, you know, such information from an elder, we listen, okay, and we apply it. And I'm a very obedient child, so Mama said, do not call them white. They are Caucasians or Caucasian. So we need to stop, because as long as we reinforce the system they set up to keep us down, we are part of the problems, okay? But this is not who we are. Now this generation, right? My dear amazing and beautiful royals. What are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about staying on code, all right? You heard the Queen Mother, Her Excellency, Dr. Arikana, tell us that we're the only group of people, and I think I said that in a previous video too, that no matter the adversity we are confronting, we remain divided. Okay, so, and it's a problem because a divided house doesn't stand. So it is important that we start touching on topics like that. And we also uncovered in a previous video I uploaded in which I said that our people in the diaspora, our children, they were brought as kids. So in my eyes, I'll be more tolerant to a diasporan acting out of line compared to a continental African who grew up with a set of elders there to teach and guide him. I would like you guys to know that the things we are going to talk about today are not being brought up to attack anybody, okay? Are not being brought up to try to put down anybody, okay? We are survivors of the world's most horrific history. So as far as I'm concerned, I walk around with my chin up like the peacock I am. You see my earrings today? Yes, because I'm in that peacock energy. That's how you have to be. Even when the world seems to be crumbling around you, stay in that peacock energy. So in previous videos, my dear children, I did cover the fact that we came from a faulty foundation when I covered the history of the house of Jacob, that we, the Bantu people, call Yakuba. All right, the dynamic in there, the two sisters fighting over the attention of our ancestor Yakuba. And then when they got tired, they even brought their maid, and you had like a set of 4 mamas, you know, competing to have all these children for our ancestors. And unfortunately, this is where the chaos started. So we are who we are, okay? We're not throwing away any part of us or denying any part of us. We are who we are, with the good and the bad. I want you guys to know that out there. So we came from that foundation, but nevertheless, you know, we had our values. Yes, we did lose the war. We lost the war. It wasn't really mere about like the division or anything. It was basically due to the fact that we didn't have firearms. The European came armed to the teeth, and we went against them with blades. So if you ask me, that's why I walk around like the peacock, because of the people we come from. Okay, I'm a proud daughter of my forefathers and my foremothers. You know, they demonstrate a kind of level of courage when it comes to defend us. All right, so that's what I know, and that's what I walk around with. Europe is not full of the remains of our ancestors because they traded with them. No, it is so because they fought them. Okay, point blank period. Let's continue. So we have to look at ourselves for the beautiful beings we are, the chosen people of God we are, the rich people of Africa we are, and you know, the beautiful land of our ancestors we originated from. Okay, so we went through the world's worst tragedy and we survived it. So kudos, all right? And as I always emphasize, many of our children in the diaspora are the descendant of our slain kings. So what does it mean? It's in you to be tough. All right? So I'm urging each one of you out there to awaken. Let the royalty in you awaken, you know, and heal, because we have to heal this. We have to heal from the trauma of the past, you know. We have to heal from being told that we're ugly, we're worthless, and all these things. Yes, we have to heal. So that's why healing is top of my list when it comes to us. Because some people are under the illusion that as broken as many of us still are, we can build anything healthy. Yeah, we can build big messes, yes. We can build, you know, a huge mess, yeah. Or we have the energy and the resources for that. I think that's what we've been doing to ourselves. I think it's time we turn that page, you know, being ugly to one another and all these things. Yes, we were really lynched. You know, our minds were lynched. We were programmed, you know, to fight one another, to survive. You know, the resources have always been intentionally restricted from us, so it would put us on the survival of the fittest type of thing. So it's our responsibility to identify the things and heal from it. We're tired of excuses. We smarter than we let people believe. We braver than we let people believe. The true resistance really begins in the head. Once you refuse to be a slave physically, you will refuse to be a slave mentally. You will refuse to be a slave spiritually. So it goes hand in hand. So really, anybody familiar with my messages will know that I'm the anti-fragility queen. I don't play the victim card. Oh, poor me, poor us, because he's not taking us anywhere. Okay? It's true that we have gone through the world's worst history, but it's also true that we are a strong group of people. It's also true that we are very resilient. It's also very true that we are God's people. Okay? So that's the very reason that we were the one that had to go through it. So his name could be glorified at the end of the day when it's all said and done, when the dust settles. Okay? So we went through what we went through because we are the only group of people that could go through such thing and survive it and heal from it and rise from it and even teach the savages who have done that otherwise. We are the only people who are biologically and spiritually built in such way to allow forgiveness to even take place after suffering such cruelty. We are built to last. We are God's people. We are humanity prototype. This is not even a brag. Those who will watch this and say, but come on, this queen. Yes, do your research, okay? The first try of human, which is an expression of God on earth, it's us. Yes. So that science has helped us with that discovery. So what happened to us happened to us. We can't really take what happened to us back. It happened, okay? We just should be grateful to the God of our ancestors, Tata Nzambe, that he helped us survive it. And now he's helping us heal from the trauma and everything. Now, when it comes to healing, it will take us, looking ourselves in the mirror and being able to identify the areas where we are still lacking, what is still holding us behind. Okay, while maintaining a strong connection to our source, to the God of our ancestors, Tata Nzambe. I know it's not easy, but we can do it. That's what Tata Nzambe said we should do in this time. In a previous video, I taught you how to reconnect with our ancestors, okay? Because they are our connection line to our source, the God we come from, Nzambe. Okay? So now that we have taken care of that part, now let's move to the second part of our healing, which is reconnecting with one another. Okay? Healing the relationship between the African man and the African woman. You will make sure you will understand that I avoid calling us black because of what that word means, okay? It's a word they came up with, and it clearly contains their vision. Now the children of Africa are more than just a male color. I'm a proud Bantu, Afro-Bantu, Afro-Congo. So this is who I am, okay? And we come in different shape, shades, color, name it. We have it all with the originals, remember? So let's continue. So we have to now reconcile the African man to the African woman, the African father to the African child, the African mother to the African child, and so on and so on. Okay? It will require us to go back to our Bantu code of unity, Ubuntu. Okay, which is basically what Tatanzambe instructed our people to follow as Bible. You know, the guidelines of everything, how we need to function in life is in that philosophy, Ubuntu. We are one with the Creator and His entire creation. Okay? Because if we remain as divided and dysfunction as we are, we will march just like we found our fathers march, just like we found our grandfather march, and so on and so on, and nothing will change. We were already kind of divided when they came, but after slavery and the Willie Lynch and the colonization, we got even scattered apart. So that's why we're still very vulnerable. So before we can think of doing anything or trying to build any nation, we have to heal from that division. I know a lot of us want to play the blaming game. Pull me, pull me, pull me, pull me. Oh, Caucasians this, Caucasians that, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, they did their dirt, they did their part and stuff, you know, but I really would like that narrative. I really want us to do away with that narrative. You know, it's been going on for too long. Yes, they kick our behind. Yes, they took over our land. Yes, they made of us slaves. Yes, but we survived it, and now it's our responsibility to get up from the floor where they kicked us off, dust ourselves up, rise and start smelling good again, and, you know, be whole again and be these royals of Africa again. That part, nobody gonna bring it to us and give it to us on a platter.